1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Out there in Mandolin land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with the old gospel song, Nothing But the Blood of Jesus in the key of A. This is a great old melody and it sounds really great in the key of A on the mandolin. So we're going to learn solos for the verse and the chorus, note for note, just like I played at the beginning of the video, and then we'll go over some backup. Alright, so I kept the chords pretty simple for this song, just A and E, but like a lot of gospel songs, you might see the arrangement differently depending on who's playing it. So also in the backup section, I'll show you how to add some chord substitutions if you want to add the relative minor or a C sharp minor. We'll break down some other alternate chords you can play to the backup section just to make it a little bit more advanced. If you want to keep it bluegrassy, I recommend just using the two simple chords A and E. Alright, let's start breaking down Nothing But the Blood of Jesus in the key of A. Here we go. Alright, let's start breaking down this verse solo to Nothing But the Blood of Jesus. Let's play the first 9 measures. That'll be like halfway through the verse, and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Do that a few times. Okay, so let's start with the pickup in measure 1. We're going to start up on this 5th fret of the high E string with your ring finger of your left hand, but also have your index finger down on the 2nd fret, and I'll show you why in just a second. So on beat 2, we're going to play that 5th fret, and then we're going to quick do a down up with our pick, and we're going to do a 2, 5, 2, hammer on. That's why I like to keep that finger down. So we're going to go. So I'm doing a down up with my pick and I'm kind of hammering on and then just taking it off. And then I'm going to play the open high E string and then the 4th fret on the A string with an upstroke. And then I'm getting down to this open A. So we're kind of just going from a high A note to a low A note, and we're just throwing in a little kind of flurry. If you make the open A string here, beat 1, you can loop it. It's critical that you have this finger down first. Otherwise, if this finger's not down and you go to do that hammer on, you'll kind of miss it. So you also need to keep it down because you're going right back to it. And then right here into measure 2, so that goes into measure 2. So you have 1, 2, and then 3 E and then 4 and then 1. So 1, and then into measure 2, and then a 4/7 slide on the D string, which is just going to fill up that sound. We're sliding up to the 7th fret, kind of like how a fiddle would do it or a banjo, and we're sliding into it with picking. So we're going to go. So I'm going down, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's good practice. Just fills up that sound. And you can hit only the open A string if you want, or you can stay up there and hit both the 7 and the open A. It's really just how much you want to fill it up. You can do that, or you can do kind of more as written as this. but it's essentially the same thing, so don't worry about that. You can stay up there. And then into measure 3, we're going to do a little rhythm. We're going to go. So kind of open A string with a little rhythm, down, down, up, up, and then on the last down, we're going to play the 2nd fret. It's kind of like a Bill Monroe style rhythm. We're going. So we're going 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4. Like I said with my pick, I'm going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Let's put measure 2 and 3 together. We have. And if you didn't like measure 3, you could also just simplify the rhythm, maybe something like this. But adding that syncopated rhythm just makes it a little more exciting to the ear. So again, 2 and 3 together. And then a little response lick. Slide from 3 to 4 on the A string with your middle finger. And then do 4 open. And then on the high E string, open, 2, open, open. So you have. And the melody there is essentially. So that's what we're playing there. We're filling it up, like I said. And then measure 5, 3, 4, slide again on the A string. This time we're going to drone with the high E to fill up the sound. So you do slide into it. 4th fret, 4th fret, and then 4 open, and then 4, 2. So you have. And then back to open for measure 6. Another 4, 7 slide. And then the 2nd fret. So we're just setting up the next phrase there. So let's do 4 and 5 together. We have. Kind of accenting my down strokes a little bit in measure 5. And then like that's measure 6, like I said. And then a very similar lick to measure 7, just slightly different. We're going to go. Good right hand practice there. You want to make sure you're hearing the melody on the A string, but you're also getting the high E string, right? You don't want to hear too much of the high E, and you don't want to hear too much of the A. You need a nice blend. If you're ever in doubt, just take out the high E string and play. You know, the melody there is on the A string. That's kind of very like old time, or like I said, Bill Monroe style way to fill up a melody. Is to add that rhythm with the drone string. And then measure 8, a lick over an E chord. We're going to go open 2 on the A string with the drone. Not too hard, we're just going. Keep your first finger down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then back to open and open, and then a little lick to get us back in, which is similar to this. It's basically similar to the measure 1, we just slightly altered it. So we have, and then measure 10 starts the melody over, okay? So that whole first, it's essentially measures 2 to 9 is the melody part, and then you add the pickup, which is measure 1. So let's play that whole thing. We have 1. If you want to loop it, now go right back into measure 2 right here. loop it. I definitely lighten up the touch with my right hand when I'm doing those little drones. I really kind of think I'm floating across the top of the strings more than like really picking each string like you might with single notes, right? So I'm not doing that as much in measures 5, 7, and 8. I'm more kind of doing that floaty old time style tremolo. It's not the super fast tremolo like that, but I'm kind of floating across the strings in that similar manner. My right hand movement's essentially the same, but I'm just not digging into the strings as much. I'm really lightening up the touch. Obviously, that's just somewhat personal preference, but I just think that helps with the technique to kind of lighten up your touch there. But try it, see if you like it. That's what I like to do. All right, one more time. Here's the first 9 measures again. 1,